Hi, my dudes, it's Math Time with Mr. G, and today we're going to be proving geometric shapes. So it's similar to our statements and our reasons, but instead of straight lines or an angle, we're going to kind of put those together and say if we had two angles together, how could we make it into a straight line? So for example, using a two-column proof to write a flow proof, what proves that the two angles are the same angle are congruent? So given that 1 and 2 are supplementary, so that we know that those add up to 180 degrees, and 2 and 3 are supplementary, so the measure of angle 2 and the measure of angle 3 also adds up to 180 degrees. Okay, so we have our givens. Measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 is 180. Measure of angle 3 and measure of angle 2 are 180, which makes them supplementary by definition, which means that 1 and 2 are equal to 3 and 2 because they both equal 180 due to our transitive property, which means that due to subtraction, I can subtract the measure of angle 2 from both sides and be left with the measure of angle 1 is the measure of angle 2, which then gives us that the measure of angle 1 is congruent with the measure of angle 2 due to our definition of congruent. So let's pretend now they give us this one and they ask for a proof. So my statement is that line MR is straight. This is my given. So next I can then go and say, hey, I have a 90-degree angle. So that means that PSQ and QSR are 90 degrees due to it being a complementary angle. Then I can say that PQR minus, or 90 minus PQR is equal to QRS, and I can say that due to our subtraction postulate, which will then later give me that QSR is equal to 40 degrees, and then that would be due to our subtraction result. And then I can then say that 50 plus NSP plus 50 plus 40 will equal 180 degrees, and that is due to our supplementary postulate that all things add up to 180 degrees as a straight line. And then finally, I can then say 180 degrees minus 50 minus 50 minus 40 will equal the measure of angle NSP, or 40 degrees. Finally, if I have angles that are vertical to each other, that means a line split, these are going to be equal to each other. So that means that 98 degrees is equal to 5w plus 3. I can subtract 3 from both sides and get 95 is equal to 5w, and then divide 5 to both sides and I get 19 is equal to w. Other than that, be kind to one another, ask lots of questions, and think deeply.